Hey everybody, and welcome back with Winter Antiques. My name is Josh. I'm a full-time reseller, and today we're going to go over what's sold on eBay, Whatnot, Depop, and Mercari. Mercari's a sad story, but it is what it is. Anyway, we're going to jump into sales. Let's start off with eBay. So, picked up these Tupperware salt and pepper shakers, probably paid $1 or something like that for them. They finally sold on eBay for $8.46 plus shipping. I'll probably make still about $7.50 or so off of these, even after fees, maybe right around there. So won't be too bad. Sometimes Tupperware sells, sometimes it doesn't. I think if you had like a big following or something like other people, I think Tupperware would move a little easier. Just because it's kind of an easy way to show support to that follower. I'm very happy that they sold. Picked up this Minecraft game when I was doing that Goodwill bins. What do I call it? Like a quick search or something like that. Anyway, picked this up at that Goodwill bins. It doesn't even have the game in it. Yeah, I don't really comp a whole lot when I'm out doing eBay, which I need to start doing a little more. But I've been getting some pretty good deals on stuff where I make decent money where I feel like some stuff doesn't need to be comped. I didn't comp this Minecraft game. I picked it up at the Goodwill bin, so I just paid weight for it, and it sold for $6.99 plus shipping. I don't think that's I don't think that's that bad of a profit. Along with, I'd say I'm pretty close to 85 to 90% recycled material with packing material. I do buy bubble wrap and poly mailers and stuff like that. So I should see if I can find a company that does recycled poly mailers or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Usually I use Gyro Pack. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm very horrible at pronouncing things. So anyway, you can look down. I got a code down below. All my codes are down below. If you ever do want to support me that way, I appreciate it greatly. Anyway, that sold for $6.99 plus the ride. No game. This has been in my inventory since like the day I opened eBay, and that was like almost 3 years ago. Coming up on 3 years because I've been in this house for about 3 years. Would love to move out of it. Um, Love to find somewhere else to live out in the country where there's not so much politicians and drama and stuff like that. And I don't know, this town isn't as great as I thought it'd be. Anyway, that sold for $7.49 plus shipping. So if you have a warehouse or somewhere that you would want to sell or rent, let me know. I'd definitely work out something out or give you half of my eBay inventory for a chance to move somewhere else. Anyway, Whatnot had a sale come in with this lighter, sold for $8.99 plus shipping. I picked this group of lighters up when I was leaving my antique booth up in T, South Dakota. It was a little place called Pickers. They actually moved my shelf from a really good shelf, and they let some auctioneer guy take that shelf and didn't talk to me about it, and then just moved me down the row, so I just actually left. I make actually way more money than I ever did at that place, but the owner didn't want to deal with the person, so I dealt with him, offered him like $5 for 4 lighters because I was leaving and I didn't have a place to sell stuff at the time, and eBay was kind of a slow roll at that time, so I didn't have a whole lot of money. Offered him $5 for all the lighters. He took it, and I've made probably $20 to $40 off that. Have this uranium glass. It was a juicer. I picked this up at the Goodwill Goodwill store, I believe, when they opened it up. It was like opening day at Goodwill in Vermillion, South Dakota. So it's been a little bit sitting around. That fine. It does have some chips and stuff like that though. That sold for $12.95. I'll make around $9 to $10 just on that piece alone. Depop. Depop. It has this little tiny little pendant. It's a religious pendant. Let me flip it over. You don't have to look at my fingers. That's the back of it. These have been these religious pendants I picked up a very long time ago in a Benedict plate. I think that's what it's called. maybe I'm not. I didn't grow up Catholic, so I do apologize if I slaughtered all that. But um, I think that somebody was just getting rid of stuff. They were gonna throw it out, and I saved these little, saved a couple little pennants and stuff like that. Just because I didn't grow up Catholic doesn't mean I need to, let that. I guess like it'd be called like religious, like I guess I don't think that's an artifact, but like religious history just get tossed away. So anyway, long story. That sold for $9.99 plus shipping. I will probably throw that in a little bit of bubble wrap, wrap it around with a piece of cardboard, and throw it in a poly mailer for them. And then we had this hat. This hat I picked up recently with another reseller. We were doing clothes together, and he kind of gave me a weird eye when I picked that up. He's like, "I don't think that's gonna sell," and I said, "I think it's just, I think it's gonna be like hit that Y2K kind of era, you know." Um, Definitely feel like the 2000s is coming back with like, I don't know. I see a lot of the Fast and Furious stuff coming back. Kind of like see a lot of people doing the reels with like fixing up Cavaliers and stuff like that, which is awesome. This hat sold for $10 plus shipping within, I think, 48 hours. I think it was right around 20 or like right around 36 hours or something like that. It sold on Depop. So I had it listed for 11, and then I think I sent an offer out for 10. They accepted it right away. So I was pretty excited about that. Anyway, we're gonna move into Mercari, and this is just it is what it is in the reselling world. I've learned that it's not always great to take other resellers' advice, um, especially if they haven't been in the business very long. This I was going to resell, thought I'd make money on it at the time because they were kind of hot. Um, I paid 20 some bucks for it or whatever it was at Walmart, and I got burned. And that's part of the reselling. Market goes up, market goes down. Yeah, I could have probably held on to it for another 10 years and maybe seen if the market jumped back up. Um, I'm just, it sold for $14.02, so I'll probably lose about $8 or $9 on the transaction or so, which is okay. It's okay because one, I'm getting it out of my house. Two, um, we all have bad buys and stuff like that. I will at least get some money out of it. And I pick up free items here and there that sell pretty well, so it's going to be a wash at the end of the day. I tend to beat myself up a little bit about like doing bad buys and stuff like that, and I need to let that kind of roll off the back of my shoulder. um, but anyway, that sold for $14.02. I do have another one. I posted it up cheap again, so we'll lose money on both of those, but that's okay because it'll clear out some inventory here, and actually I'll be probably look a little bit better on my accountant. So there's, I don't know, my accountant's always like, you need some write-offs. So anyway, that is that. Thank you so much for the love and support. We'll see you guys on the next one.